Welcome back, Crusader Shorts here, back once again for another video. And recently, after releasing my Who Is video on Orgrim Doomhammer and Durotan, I asked for requests from you guys of what videos I should do. Now, a popular suggestion was one on Anduin Lothar, and because of this, I thought I'd do a quick lore video rather than a full Who Is episode. Sir Anduin Lothar, the Lion of Azeroth, was the last true descendant of the ancient Arathi bloodline, a knight champion of the Kingdom of Stormwind during the First War, and the supreme commander of the armies of the Alliance of Lordaeron during the Second War. During the First War, the Orcish Horde had invaded Azeroth via the Dark Portal. Lothar served as King Llane Wrynn's lieutenant-at-arms at all times. As the forces of Azeroth and the Horde clashed across the kingdom, internal conflicts began to take their toll on both armies. King Llane, who believed the bestial orcs to be incapable of conquering Azeroth, contemptuously held his position at his capital of Stormwind. However, Sir Lothar became convicted that the battle should be taken directly to the enemy, and he was forced to choose between his convictions and his loyalty to the king. Choosing to follow his instincts, Lothar stormed Medivh's tower fortress of Karazhan with the help of the wizard's young apprentice, Khadgar. Khadgar and Lothar succeeded in vanquishing the possessed guardian, whom they confirmed to be the source of the conflict. By killing Medivh's body, Lothar and the young apprentice inadvertently banished the spirit of Sargeras to the abyss. Lothar and his warriors returning home from Karazhan hoped to stem the loss of life and save their once glorious homeland. Instead, they returned to fate and found their beloved kingdom in smoking ruins. The Orcish Horde continued to ravage the countryside and claim the surrounding lands for its own. Forced into hiding, Lothar and his companions swore a grim oath to reclaim their homeland at any cost. After the First War, Azeroth and all of its lands were devastated by the Horde. With King Llane dead, Sir Lothar took charge of the shattered armies of Azeroth and led the survivors against the Great Sea to the shores of Lordaeron. King Terenas, the ruler of Lordaeron, agreed to support the landless Azerothians. Spreading word of the threat that the Orcish Horde represented, Lothar convinced the human nations and the demi-human races of the Eastern Kingdoms to unite to form the Alliance of Lordaeron. Since Anduin was a neutral party and because he had military experience fighting the Horde, the leaders of the Alliance decided to make him the supreme allied commander of their armies. He perished in combat at the base of Blackrock Mountain against the Orc war chief, Orgrim Doomhammer, just before the end of the Second War and the closing of the Dark Portal. He is considered one of the greatest warriors of all time. King Varian Wrynn named his son the Crown Prince of Stormwind after him. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it or have any opinions on it, please leave a comment below. Feel free to subscribe and like the video if you want to see future content, and any opinions in the comments or suggestions for future videos are also welcome.